the weight. You already don't like how you look. So why?
Hey bestie, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Please take a moment to like this video and subscribe to my YouTube channel. So if you're new, kindly subscribe and like the video because it helps with my algorithm. So in today's video, we'll be talking about sis, it's time to lose the weight. I know you're feeling tired, heavy, emotionally and physically disconnected from your body, and deep down you know that you're not living in your body that reflects the woman you are. So today it's time to sit down, breathe, and let your sis talk to you. This is not about shaming anyone. It's about freedom. It's about becoming her. The vision of you that walks in a room and light it up because feeling like herself. So I've put the stitches together so that you watch. I'll be back, share my truth.
Lose the weight. You already don't like how you look. So why keep sitting around not doing anything about it? You don't take pictures. You're constantly isolating yourself. Sit back and think, what memories do you have for yourself or for your kids? Do you even have pictures with your grandparents? Do you have pictures with your actual parents? How do you think you're going to feel when their time comes and you have nothing to look back on because you never made the change? Please take your weight loss serious. Trust me, I know it's hard, but it's hard being overweight as well. You either make the change for yourself and for your health, or you let your health make the
This is an example of being more attractive when you lose weight. Now, I'm not saying that you can't be attractive as a bigger person. There are plenty gorgeous girls out here that would say, oh, I don't have to lose weight. I'm gorgeous as a big woman. That may be true. However, you can lose 50 pounds. You know what I'm saying? You are overweight, you are obese. And I'm not saying this to bash anybody, no. But what I'm saying is a lot of women like to use the fact that they're gorgeous as an excuse not to have to lose weight. It's like, yes, you're gorgeous, but you have high cortisol and low energy. Yes, you're gorgeous, but if a dog was after you, that's your ass. Yes, you're gorgeous, but you can't go up 2-3 flights of steps without having to take a break. It's ridiculous. And you should be in better shape than you are. And it's okay to say that. That's the truth for a lot of people. My thing is, don't let that be an excuse not to be the best version of yourself. The best version of yourself is the healthiest version of yourself, is a fit version of yourself. Look good in anything that you put on. Be able to physically do anything that you want to do comfortably. The little things like being able to cross your legs when you sit down. Things like that, okay? That is your best self. And those are just small examples. So all I'm saying is stop letting your pretty face be an excuse for you not.
Maturing is realizing that if you need to do something about your weight, please do it. If you need to do something about your weight, please do it. I'm a firm believer of body positivity. I'm an advocate for loving yourself. I'm an advocate for self-confidence and self-love. But I kid you not, if it gets to the point where you have to do something about your weight, please do it. And this is coming from somebody that has been overweight and obese before. I kid you not, people are nicer to you when you lose weight. The reception you get when you've lost weight is different from the reception you were getting before you lost that weight. I know people that get turned down for jobs. I know people that get turned down for like certain opportunities because of their body size. And the thing is, you can, no matter what you do, you cannot control how people will respond to you or how they will treat you because of your body size. So if you need to do something about your weight, you need to do it maybe for your health or for your self-confidence or because of you want something about you to just change or some sort of enhancement, please do it because people are nicer to you when you lose weight. If you go to the store and you want to order a dress, the storekeeper is already telling you, sorry, we don't have your size. Sorry, check back in a few weeks. We don't know when we'll restock big sizes, blah, 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 blah. You get turned down for a lot of things. You go into a restaurant and the first thing, they're looking at you like, oh, you're big. Why are you coming to McDonald's? You're big. Why are you coming to KFC? You're big. Why are you coming to, some fast food joints? You should be going to the gym. That's the kind of things that you would experience. So if it gets to the point where you have to do something about your weight to boost your confidence, to, love yourself more or whatsoever thing, there is nothing wrong with wanting to do something about how you look. Regardless, as long as you do it in a safe way, there is nothing absolutely wrong with that. It is one of the best choices that I have made 6 months ago. If I knew what I know now, I'm telling you, I would have started a bit earlier. To be honest, but I just had so much anxiety. I didn't really know what I was going into. I needed to do more research about the weight loss option that I had chosen and all of that. But I kid you not, 6 months down the line, it is the best decision I made in my life. Now people compliment me every day. You look good. You do this, you do that. I have been called a lot of names in the past. I have been called names that I can't even tell the public, the kind of names or the kind of reception that I have received in the past for being overweight or for being obese. So if it gets to the point where you have to do something about your weight, just research about the weight loss option that you're going for. Know the risks, know the benefits. Make sure that you're going through the right channels. You're speaking to an expert. You don't just talk to somebody that has no knowledge or does not have any expertise in the field of weight loss. Please and please, if it gets to the point where you have to do something about your weight, do it. Do not listen to what anybody has to tell you. Look at the better picture. Look at the bigger picture. Look at your plans. Look at your goals. Because I'm telling you, a lot of things will change when you lose weight. Your health, your mental health, your self-confidence, your everything, like everything that concerns you is going to change. And I kid you not, you must start even thinking about the job you're doing, or if you want to change another job, because you're now more confident. You feel like you're heard. You feel like you're seen. People want to listen to you when you're talking. You know, when you walk into the room, before, maybe people don't want to listen to you because of your body size. They'll be like, oh, who are you to give some sort of advice when this is what you look like? So there's so much judgment about people that are overweight or people that are obese or people that are on the big size. So if you want to do something about your weight, do not let anybody talk you down. Like I am telling you, it's the best decision I made of this year. And if I was to do this again, I would do it without thinking backwards. And I just
saw this video, and this girl, like this TikTok on here, this girl was talking about how she had been fat her whole life. And she was like, I often think about how life would look if I just lost the weight. And in the video, she started crying and she was like, I think about this kind of stuff all the time, but I've never voiced it. Listen, I also was fat my entire life. And my weight was one of those insecurities that I just did not want to acknowledge, because I knew that like once I truly acknowledged it, I would be put in a position where I had to change it. And that's the kind of vibe I got from that video, that like her weight was an insecurity, but she kind of like chose to ignore it for whatever reason. But one day I had an epiphany. And when I tell you, y'all, I was fat my whole life. Like I was fat in real life. Like I was literally obese. I was like over 100 pounds overweight. It was crazy. But one day I had this epiphany and I was like, I have to lose weight. And this was after my entire life, my mom, my grandparents would tell me, you are too big. You have got to lose weight. You have to change your eating habits. You're too big to be a little girl. My family friends got to the point where they were like, Ziki, what is going on? You're huge, okay? The school sent a letter to my house and they were like, your daughter is too big, okay? Like that's how big I was. But one day I had this epiphany and I decided to lose the weight. And like when I tell you guys, the weight like just fell off me. Now, part of that, I think a lot of that was because I know for a fact a lot of that was because I prayed to God to help me lose weight. Like I literally prayed. I was like, God, I need you to help me. I'll do my part, but I need you to help me. And I lost 90 pounds. So let's talk about how life changed after I lost 90 pounds. When I tell you guys, it is so worth it to just lock in and lose the weight. Like if you're obese in real life, it is worth it to just lock in and lose the weight. It's one thing when you have a little 15, 20 pounds to lose. That kind of stuff, it may be worth it. It may not be worth it. But when you are obese, when you're fat in real life, it is worth it to lock in and lose that weight, honey. Because when I tell you, my life is literally better and easier because I've lost weight. Literally better and easier. First things first, when you lose weight, when you go from obese and unhealthy to regular size and healthy, your life gets 10 times better. You're no longer stressed out when you go to the doctor. You feel super light on your feet. You don't realize, when you've been overweight your whole life, you don't realize the pressure your joints are under every single day. Baby, when you lose that weight, you literally feel light on your feet. I feel light on my feet. My knees. I had horrible knee pain in high school. Not anymore, sweetie. Not anymore. When I still, thank God, when I go to the gym and I'm doing lunges.
This is your daily reminder. Put those snacks down. Put that food down. Getting in the gym. Move your body. Don't eat your feelings.
I've said it many times before, but losing weight really is about so much more than just how you look. Like, I mean, to be honest, I've said this before too, that the main reason I want to lose weight and the main reason I work out now is because I want to look good. And I think there's nothing wrong with that. I've always said that, you know, there's nothing wrong with wanting to be skinny simply because you just like how it looks. But it really does just change your life in so many more ways. Like being healthier, I know for me, for sure, definitely when I lost 100 pounds when I was younger, again, I was 14 years old, like, yeah, I cared about my health, but I mean, for the most part, it was like, I just wanted to fit into cute clothes. I wanted to fit in, right? So that's what it was about. But honestly, that was where I started my spiritual journey. And really, I think it was because I realized the power that I had to change my life and the power I had that when I set an intention to do something and then when I achieved it, I realized like, wow, like if I can do that, like I can do anything. And then I just, I continued to use that knowledge into other areas of my life. And I did. I achieved a lot of weird things. Like I became a model and I had like a Hollywood producer like reach out to me and like all these things that were happening for me that I dreamed about when I was like the sad, lonely fat girl, right? I didn't think they were possible until I lost the weight. Then once I lost the weight, I mean, I was right? Like I've talked about like beliefs before. Whatever you believe to be true for yourself, whether those are good beliefs or bad beliefs, it's true, right? It's like whether you think you can do it or you can't, you're right. So that really was, again, weight loss. Like I really believe when you are at your healthiest self, when you feel your best, when you look your best, that is your more truest self. And I believe that's when things start happening for you. So I really don't believe that you can be truly happy in an unhealthy body. I really just don't believe that. I mean, look, you can ask like people who are like terminally ill or have issues, like a lot of those people, they make the best of it, but I'm pretty sure even if you ask them, they'd be like, no, I'd be much happier and I'd probably be able to accomplish even more than what I've done if I had a healthy body, right? And it's like, but being fat is like one of those things you can control that. You can, it's hard. I'm not saying it's not hard, but you can. So yeah, changing your body literally changes your life. Try it. You don't believe me? Try it. I guarantee you, you're going to see the difference just in how you carry yourself, just in the way your life works out. Your mind is going to change. Your mind will definitely change once you lose the weight and get healthier. Once you get off the addiction of junk food. That's the other thing too. When you are eating this stuff, you have the mind of an addict. And I'm sure we've all seen addicts before, addicted to other stuff. Their mind changes. You're no different if you're addicted to junk food. So yeah, that's why being skinny is better. It really just...
If there's one thing I tell you in life is don't get fat. Because you are gonna regret it in the future. Unless you're happy with yourself, good for you, but I ain't. I have been on this treadmill for the past 40 fucking minutes, bored out my head, because I'm just thinking, why did I let my life go like this? Because it's been in that fucking corner for the past year or so. God knows how long it's been in there, but it's been staring at me, telling me to get my fat ass up and fucking run on this damn treadmill. Am I gonna run? No. But am I gonna walk slowly? Yeah. So, just one word of advice. Don't get fat, because you are going to regret it in the future. So please, don't get fat.
I am no motivational speaker, but I'm going to say one thing right now. I used to be 185 pounds, miserable. I used to literally get so mad that I couldn't be thinner, I couldn't look more of a certain way. Nobody is stopping you more than you're stopping yourself. If you don't have a big sister to give you big sister advice, let me be the big sister for you to tell you, nobody is in the way of you more than yourself. Like, I'll say it over and over again. When I used to have overeating issues and I would literally stuff my face with food and hate the gym, I hated seeing girls that were so healthy because I'm like, how can they do that? How can they be like that? This is not enjoyable. And then I realized I was in the way of myself. My insecurities, my doubt, my self-image was in the way of me. So nobody is stopping you more than you. Don't get jealous of people. Don't get envious of why you can't look like that. I, for so long, wanted to have a stick figure body, but God gave me an hourglass body, and now people are paying to look the way that I have my body shape. Point is, whatever your body shape is, whatever you are, it doesn't matter, because you have to like you. You have to own you. Okay, if there's toxic people in your life stopping you from looking the way you want to look or being the best you, get rid of them. It's really, trust me, I know it's hard. I know it's not easy, but nobody is getting in the way of yourself more than you. So don't get jealous of other people. We're entering a new year. I hope this is like a little motivation to, like, come on, I'm about to go into the gym, and if you need somebody to hold you accountable today, Go to the gym, not for the sake of it changing your body, but for it mentally releasing dopamine and endorphins, making you feel good, feel better. You're going to become the best version of yourself in 2025. I'm going to drop the tips I can, all I can, to make sure.
So let me tell you something, sis. Lose the weight. Lose the weight. Ignore what your man says, because half the time they about that BS. Yeah, they're about that BS. Because, little story time. I was at Walmart today grabbing some groceries, and you know how people like to walk around on their phone with their headset in, talking all loud and stuff. And I'm looking for something in a specific aisle, and this guy's talking, I guess, to his friend about what he's trying to get into tonight. And somehow his lady comes up and he's like, nah, I'm not really worried about her, I'm gonna go holler at this little shorty over there. And so of course I'm nosy, so I'm gonna keep listening, because I'm nosy, whatever. So if I hear something interesting, I'm gonna poke my ears out and see what the tea is, even if I don't know them, whatever. And so he proceeds to say how he's gonna go holler at this other little shorty, whatever. I don't speak slang really well. And he's not really worried about his lady because she got all big and everything, and she used to be cute, but now she all big, and he knows she is not going anywhere. He knows she not going nowhere. Because she got all big. Lose the weight, sis. Lose the weight, because he's telling you, oh yeah, I like you all thick, and I like my women thick and juicy. And he's over there telling his homeboy how you done got all big and you ain't going nowhere. And he's gonna go holler at some little shawty. So yeah, lose the weight, and then lose another about 190 and lose him too, because that was ridiculous.
One talks about like weight loss and like the men that you attract, because now that I'm like in my skinny girl era, oh my god, the amount of hate I get for being like skinnier for men is crazy. Literally in person too, like people who haven't even seen me thicker. I literally was walking outside yesterday, and this guy literally was like, your butt is built like a turtle shell. Excuse me? I don't know, when you're a black woman and you don't have like a super big booty, like I understand like what girls used to be like, why they want a big butt so bad, because it's kind of like not to be like problematic to say this, but like I feel like wanting a big butt sometimes is like male centered, because it's like sometimes it can be for the male gaze. And this is from someone who used to have like a super crazy duper super duper dump truck to like having like a little small, like I still have a nice butt, don't get me wrong, but it's not like boom boom bow, and I feel like now that I don't have a boom boom bow, like guys think that they could talk to me poorly, but the face card's still valid, so whatever.
You have the power to lose the weight, and the time it takes you is dependent on you. You can lose 15 pounds in 15 days, or it can take you 3 months. It could take you a year, but it's solely dependent on you, and I'm gonna back it up with scripture. Galatians 5:22 through 23. But the fruit of the Spirit is love, joy, peace, long-suffering, gentleness, goodness, faith, meekness, temperance. Against such there is no law. So what this is saying is that one of the things God gives you is self-control. So you have the choice to do things. You have free will, right? It's about stacking your daily choices to get to your goal, because no one's going to force you to go to the gym. No one's going to force you to eat healthy, but you have to have self-control in each moment to get you to your goal. You have to know that your long-term goal is bigger than your feelings in the current moment, because I'm a burger girl. I love In-N-Out. Cheeseburgers are my favorite food. If you ask me, I say cheeseburgers because you can't mess them up. If you mess up a burger, you can't cook. Anyways, I'm not eating a burger every day, even though I want to. I have self-control that I'm not doing that. But I do not restrict myself from having it, because I eat clean 80-20. I follow my meal plan. Linked in bio if you need meal ideas, because life is about balance. This healthy lifestyle is about balance. So until you realize that you have the ability to do so, you're not going to be able to do it. But when you realize it's all dependent on you, you will be able to.
That's a video, bestie. So I'm just here also to share what I think about today's video, why you need to lose the weight. So I'm going to be real honest, and I don't want to sugarcoat anything. Losing weight feels overwhelming, I know. especially when you've been carrying it for years. It becomes part of identity. You laugh about it, make jokes, dress to hide certain parts, and sometimes even convince yourself that this is how I am. But sis, deep down you know this is not true. You avoid mirrors, you hate pictures, you don't go out like you used to. You buy clothes just because they fit, not because they make you feel beautiful. And every time you promise yourself, I'll start on Monday, Monday turns into next month, and next month turns into next year. You're not lazy, you are tired, you're overwhelmed. And maybe no one ever taught you how to be kind to yourself without letting yourself go. You don't need to punish your body to change it. You need to listen to it. That heaviest, that tiredness, that breathe you can't catch up when you walk up the stairs, that back pain, the lower energy, the way your skin feels down, your skin feels weird. Sis, your body is begging for attention. It's not angry at you, it's waiting for you. It wants you to return home. And I want you to know that you can take care of yourself without being obsessed. You don't have to hate your body to change it. You can love it enough to want to be better for it. You can be both gentle and disciplined. You can be both soft and strong. This is about nurturing, not punishing yourself. So let me say it loud and clear. You deserve to feel good in your skin. You deserve to wake up with energy, to walk into your closet and pick up anything you want to wear, not just what it hides your belly or your arms. You deserve to dance, to run, to play, to laugh, to be in photos, to take up the space. You deserve to go out on dates without worrying about angles, to look in the mirror and smile at who you are or who you see, to feel proud of yourself for keeping your promises to yourself. This is not about becoming someone else. This is about finally giving yourself what you have been giving to everybody else: your attention, your love, and your time and your energy. Sis, I know it feels like a mountain, but mountains are moved one step at a time. It starts with one decision, one walk, one health meal, one day without soda, one moment of saying no to what it's easy and yes to what is best. And when you start, your body will thank you, not just with weight loss, but will better when you have better sleep, better mood, more energy, more confidence, clear skin, fewer tears, and more joy. You start recognizing the woman in the mirror again, or maybe for the first time. You're not too far gone, you're not too old, you have not felt too many times. You're not too tired for this. The fact that you're even watching this tells me that she's still in there. The girl who wanted more, the woman who believed in herself, the queen who just need a push. And you know what? You don't have to do this alone. We have got, you have me, okay? You got a community of women who are choosing themselves again. We are not perfect, but we are committed. You don't have to be strong every single day, but you do have to be honest with yourself. Ask for help, plan your meals, move your body, speak kindly to yourself, celebrate the small wins, keep going when it's getting boring. You don't need motivation every day, you just need discipline. So like today, I was just cheering myself up. Like I managed to add 1,000 skips. I was skipping with a rope today. Like I had 1,000. I was like, whoa. And I had to run to my husband, tell him I had 1,000. And he was so happy. See, you're allowed to want more, you're allowed to choose yourself, you're allowed to put your healing first. Losing the weight is just part of your journey. What you gain, peace, confidence, happiness, that's what you're really chasing for. If this spoke to you, let me know in the comment section. I'm with you every step of your way. You got this. Big sis is sharing for you. Don't forget to like this video. So I think we need to normalize, like, you need to plan how you're going to be working out. Okay, make sure every day you do something, or in a week you have some time for doing some exercises. It's not like you have to go to the gym every time. This is what I've learned. I think I had to register for gym, but for me gym wasn't my thing. Like I just went there. I registered for a month and I just went there 2 weeks. I felt like it wasn't for me. And my husband was just asking me like, okay, why are you not going? If you have a gym membership, you registered. So like I'm not enjoying, so I started with a walks. I felt like I love walking more because um I think that's what I enjoyed. Then I discovered the skips, so that's what I'm doing. I love skipping. yeah, I have some weights here, but I don't like lifting weights too much. Yeah, but I think I'll learn. Yeah. Bye. Take care of yourselves. I love you guys. Thank you for supporting.